Season 8 begins for us here today. We've already played one league game off camera, so we're coming back today with a big hitter in League On. The media predicted second best placed team, AS Monaco. Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legend, Club 3 episode 15 with RC Lons. My name is Craig and coming up on today's episode we have our first two league games of the season. Well, on camera, I've already played one league game as mentioned. Home against Monaco and away against newly promoted St Etienne. Now, since you were last with me, again we've done that one league game off camera, a 2-0 win away at Toulouse. The league table is still obviously going to be in early days at the moment, so we'll check in on it after this episode. But Monaco is going to be a very, very big test for us in this episode. As we saw at the end of the last episode, the season preview is showing that we are the 5th best placed team in League On, and Monaco are 6-1 odds to win the title against PSG. Probably not going to happen. PSG, of course, slapping teams left, right and centre. In fact, who are the best 11 that the media is saying for us this season? It'll be Simon, Sarri, Normand, Bishabu, Ferreira. Oh, Ferreira, not Infantino. That's kind of interesting. Dancer at defensive midfields. I might play him there this season. We shall see. Jorgensen and Vega, Lemar, Fernandez and Adli. Adli up front? Why? That's an interesting one. Of course, we've got no one in the Media Dream 11. Of course, that's all taken up by PSG players, except for Guendouzi, who is at Monaco. Of course he is. So we'll probably see him in today's match. Now, apologies, by the way, that in the last episode, I did say that it was a difficult summer transfer window, and I actually didn't elaborate on that. So what I meant by that was, as much as we got some good players in, there were other players who we tried going after, trying to bring into the club, and they just were not willing to speak to us. The likes of Jacobo Ramon, I think that's how you say his name, from Real Madrid. He didn't want to speak to us. I tried to sign Alexander Mitrovic, but he didn't want to speak to us either. A player who we could play up front. In fact, is he still? Oh god, I can't even spell his name properly. He is still at Fulham. And he's 34 years old. We tried to bring him in for about £3 million, something like that. He just didn't want to discuss any terms with us, which is a bit of a shame. We would have easily been able to pay his wages more than likely. But it's been a summer where a lot of players just didn't want to talk to us, because even though we're a Champions League club, we're still nowhere near the level of a Premier League club for a lot of these players, which is quite frustrating. At the same time though, we have identified, of course, previously a couple of players in the development squad who we would like to see come up into the first team. So that's exactly what we've done. We've brought two of them up. First up was Ricardo Castro, who we identified last summer as a potential good striker for the future. His value has come down a little bit now, which is a bit of a shame. 2-star current ability, he's got that 4.5-star potential, 17 years old. Will he be any good? Maybe, maybe not, but I would rather give him the opportunity at some point this season. Most likely in the cup matches as a striker. He's an advanced forward, isn't he? Yeah, he's an advanced forward, which we're going to be using a bit more this season anyway. Sidi Thiam, a left winger. We're training him as that inverted winger on supports. He's got the pace, he's got some of the technical attributes and some mentality already. He's got the work rate, definitely. 17-year-old Mauritanian French player. I think he's French as well. Yes, he is, so he'll be good for homegrown, as will Ricardo Castro. 2-star current ability, still got that 5-star potential at 17 years old. Consistent performer already. That's good to see. Interestingly, when he was in the youth teams last season, I noticed the youth teams, but he was still bagging 31 goals and 27 assists in 51 matches. Castro bagged 62 goals for the under-19s last season. Amazing return, and to be honest, I'd rather have him in the squad as a bit of cover as well, and someone who can maybe develop a little bit. I mean, what's his progression been so far? Says it all, doesn't it? All the way back from there, from September last year, where he was 1.5-star, now he's a 2-star player. So a couple of youth players coming in, hopefully can develop at the very least, so we can sell them on maybe. we'll see how that goes. But for now, we have 2 league games that we need to be trying to get maximum points in, starting with a home game against Monaco. Here is your starting 11 for the first match. Dennis Simon in goal, back four Fatih Sari, Bishabu, Lenormand and Infantino, with Jorgensen at the base of the midfield. Vega and Varchetta ahead of him. Fernandez, Lemar in attacking midfield, left and right respectively. And a first start for Marco Danilo. Now, in the last match against Toulouse, Openda actually started for me, didn't play well. Danilo came on and just felt like he was a bit more involved as an advanced forward. The only problem was I accidentally left on a mark-specific player instruction, which was not something I wanted to do. So we've taken that off, and hopefully that will make a bit of a difference. Just to make you aware, one thing I have been doing since the start of pre-season is putting the highlights of matches on extended. This just allows me to get a better feel of how the team is performing tactically. So I will still be doing that for these matches, but don't worry, you're probably not going to see the whole thing. Expect some cuts where nothing actually happens in the match. So for you, it will still effectively be key highlights. For me, I'm hopefully going to be getting a little bit more of tactical flavour and tactical understanding, hopefully, from how the team plays. So that's why we've just seen the kickoff. It's going to be a lot of this as the ball is played into the area and just completely cleared. Here come Monaco again. They are just dominating possession against us so far in this match. What is going on there? Right through the heart of our defence. And Fofana was luckily offside. Let's just encourage the boys a little bit. We are 19 minutes into this match. Not seeing too much from us so far, even though we are the home team. I get it, Monaco are the stronger of the 2 teams, but for goodness sake, I want to see a bit more from them. In fact, Jorgensen, do we need someone to mark Datro probably? Who would be the best player to mark Datro? One of our defenders? It's going to be difficult. Varchetta trying to take the ball forwards, but the highlight just ends and Jorgensen's injured. Damn it. Damn, Jorgensen is injured. So, foot injury. Fantastic. Danso is going to come on. He's going to play as a defensive midfielder. You know what? We'll do that. Vega as the box-to-box. We'll have him as a box-to-box. That way, just gets a bit more support going forward and at the back. And hopefully it's not too bad of an injury for poor old Jorgensen, as Lemar with a free kick that is just soaring over. Why does Jorgensen have to be so injury prone? Good grief. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Here come Monaco again. Why on earth is he not... Why is Sarri not trying to head that ball? Okay, he's not 6 feet tall. That's probably why. Alright, corner coming in for Monaco. And just about cleared by Danso. This is Danso's first appearance of the season. And Fatih Sari just about clearing. Feels like we're just holding on a little bit. Oh my god, the injuries are coming now, are they? Another foot injury. Rodriguez is going to come on the right hand side, God help us. He's also injury prone himself. Or he was last season. Hopefully a pre-season of him actually doing a lot of fitness work will help him out. As we go into half time at 0-0, we've had 2 injuries. Oh, for goodness sake. We've been the better team here, not from what I've seen. Shooting has not been good enough. You know what? No, it hasn't. It has absolutely not been good enough. That's because we're not getting forward. Right, we can't continue like that. So, what can we actually do to try and get the ball forward a little bit more? Attacking width. Let's bring it down a little bit. We're going to distribute to the fullbacks. Still going to have counter on. Out of possession, yeah, just keep it low. Block when we don't even have the ball. All right, corner for Lons. This is the first time we're getting forward. Jolson plays it in. Oh, so close for Bishabu. And this is why I put Bishabu on the near post. He's much more deadly from those sort of situations. Varchetta into Rodriguez. Danilo. Furthest forward I've seen him all season so far, and oh, hello. What happened there? I thought the keeper had just scooped up, but has gone out for a corner. Can we have a repeat, please? Just Bishabu putting this into the back of the net. Fernandez into Bishabu, but couldn't find him. Rodriguez into Fernandez. He is onside. Plays it out to Bishabu. Does have a long shot on him, but Danso just loses the ball. Oh, he does win it back though, so well done. He has recovered very, very well. But nothing comes of it, which is a bit of a shame. But signs of life there, maybe? Signs of life? Rodriguez. Plays it out to Varchetta, who just about gets hold of that. Rodriguez brings it forward. Don't shoot, man! Just pass it in to Danilo. Why are you doing that? I do not understand why you are doing that. Okay, so Danilo is... he's not actually playing well. Neither is Fernandez, weirdly. So Girotti is going to come up front for Danilo. And he is going to be a pressing forward, because that's what Girotti does. And let's have a look. Stingel is going... Tell you what, Stingel is going to go on for Normand, who's not having a great game apparently. And how many substitutes have we made? We've made 4 so far. We will save the last one actually. We will save that last one. I forgot Jorgensen went off earlier in the match. I'll tell you what, their right back is looking very, very tired. So we're going to focus play down the down the left hand side. Varchetta is looking very tired as well. Rodriguez, and the free kick just whistles over. We've got about 10 minutes to go. Fernandez is shattered. Don't know how well he's going to be able to make runs down that left hand side. Girotti plays it into Rodriguez. Oh, over to the left. Look who's free. Look who's free. Jolson Fernandez is free. Oh, it's been blocked. You should have passed it earlier, but unfortunately Fernandez shattered on that left hand side, and we are going to take him off. What? Oh, we've got no more stoppages. Ah, that's why. Yikes, that was my fault basically. Right, we basically handicapped ourselves for that, because I should have just made the change there and then last time out. Ball just about cleared, whipped into the back post. And Monaco's still on the attack here. And that is someone called Soppy, but he is just offside. As we have a few minutes to go. Going to bring the tempo down a little bit. We're not going to focus play down the left because Fernandez is knackered. And it's looking potentially like a draw unless we... What the heck? Oh, did you just play that ball out of play, out of sympathy for them? I would have just taken advantage of that personally. But it ends 0-0 against a side who are going to be up there this season, so... Yeah, were we unlucky? We were much better in that second half. Much, much better. Much happier with the performance overall, and it's still early days, so to get a draw against Monaco at home, I'd rather the win, but we'll take it for what it is. Now let's just go and make sure we get the 3 points against St Etienne. Lamar is out for up to 5 weeks. Jorgensen's out for up to 2 days. That's not too bad, I'll take that. But Lamar out for 5 weeks. That's going to be a bit of a blow for the start of our Champions League campaign. Right, second match of the episode, and I've reduced the highlights back to key highlights instead of extended. I feel it's better for the flow of the matches, and also I'm not sitting here for about 15-20 minutes recording just one single match. So we're going into this match against newly promoted St Etienne, who have had a decent start to the season, I think. I say that 1 point from 2 matches, which is absolutely fine. Hopefully we can slap a few goals past them. I would very much appreciate that. Simon is in goal, a back four of Sarri, Lenormand, Bishabu and Curtis. Why is Curtis in there? No, it should be Infantino. Danso at the base of the midfield in an anchor role, so he doesn't stray too far from a defensive midfield position. Vega and Varchetta ahead of him in midfield. Jorgensen is just going to have a break. He has recovered from that knock he got in the last match. Fernandez and Rodriguez on the wings, and Danilo is the man up front. I am persisting with Danilo because I want him to be a success, and he needs to be for £30 million. Hopefully he starts scoring very, very soon. I'm trying to get him to go forward a bit more, and hopefully Varchetta could be playing some balls into him, as well as Vega playing some balls into him, and just have him run onto them, because he is very, very pacey as an advanced forward. I don't think he's massively strong, but hopefully his pace will make up for a lot of that. Also, speaking of forwards, Lois Openda has actually come to me and has said he wants to move on. He wants a new challenge, of which I had said yes, because we need to... I think we just need to get rid of one or two of either him or Girotti. Preferably be Openda, because I'd rather Girotti stay, at least for now. And there is Danilo talking about that pace, and that pace has pulled off his first goal of the season, his first goal for the club. That is what a pacey striker can do. We've asked the squad to be more direct, and Sarri has answered that with a beautiful ball forward. Danilo runs onto it, 1-0. Please let that be the first of many. We need Danilo to be a 30-goal season striker. If Girotti is going to be a 20-goal season man, that's fine. Very, very pleasing to see that inside the opening 5 minutes. We are on key highlights. Right, we are. That's fine. I'm just making sure. Openda leaving will hopefully open the door for Danilo to get more game time and more goals just like that. Vega, Sarri, into Varchetta, Danilo! And it's his second goal inside 6 minutes! The direct play is paying off finally, and Danilo has bagged his first 2 goals for the club. 6 minutes in, like I mentioned. I'm hoping this is the start of a glorious period for Danilo at the club. Oh, finally, strikers are scoring. Bishabu cleans up in defence. Very pleasing to see that. Simon, play the ball out. So we haven't got that as an instruction, but we don't need to so much. And please, can the passes be a bit better than that? Thank you very much, Vega. Plays into Danilo. What are these passes? They're just very, very sloppy. Fernandez plays into Rodriguez. The return of Rodriguez to the goals. 12 minutes into the game, and it is 3-0 against newly promoted St Etienne. And very, very pleasing. I'm hoping we can put a hatful of goals past them today, because my goodness, we struggled so many times last season to put the ball in the back of the net. It's very pleasing to see this to start the game. 3-0. A hat-trick for Danilo wouldn't go amiss. Very, very pleasing with some of the balls that are being played forward as well. Throw in here, and Danso doing very well defensively, just staying in that midfield hole, as Danilo is still very, very deep, but there's nothing much more I can do about that. There is no instruction to take that off the striker. Varchetta, very well done there. That work rate is so disgustingly good. I love it. Ball played over to Fernandez on the left-hand side. He's got Danilo waiting in the middle, and Rodriguez trying to get in, but the ball doesn't quite come to him, and Varchetta does well to win the ball back. I feel he's more of a ball-winning midfielder than Vega at this point. I mean, they both play very well together. They've both got the green link together. If Jorgensen was there as well, it would be a green link triangle. It's like Ultimate Team, but FM edition. Fernandez with the corner. Bishabu! Oh, Danilo! Oh, it should have been the hat-trick. It was off the post, and it was an open goal. But we go in 3 goals to the good at half-time. Let's keep that up for the second half, boys. Keep it up for the second half. Dennis Simon playing as that sweeper keeper. I completely forgot he's a sweeper keeper. He doesn't really come out from his penalty area very much, which is probably just as well. No, it's Danilo. Oh, it's been blocked. Oh, it's in! The hat-trick! Danilo with a hat-trick, and it's 4-0. I thought the ball was going out for a corner when it was blocked, but it bounced in over the goalkeeper. That pace just causing so many problems. Yeah, it just came off the defender. I thought it was going to go wide. Nope, bobbles over the keeper. Completely bamboozled by that bounce, and it is a wonderful hat-trick for Danilo. Look at that. Varchetta, Sarri, doesn't matter. Playing beautiful balls over the defence, and that's exactly what we needed. Rodriguez, Infantino, Danso, coming forward a bit. There is Varchetta, and it is a save. Varchetta, so good. So very good. Hard-working, plays balls over the top, and gets shots off as well, and it has been. It's in the back of the net. It was saved. I don't know if this might be offside. That would be very harsh on Danilo, but it has been given. And you know what? Danilo is going to come off to a standing ovation from the away faithful, because it's 5-0 and 4 goals from Danilo. Oh, yes. He is going to come off to a standing ovation. Why am I bringing on Danilo for Danilo? No, we're not going to do that. Girotti is going to come on. We're just going to give him a chance up front for 30 minutes. And Rodriguez is going to come off for... Do you know what? We're going to bring Openda on. Openda for possibly a goodbye, depending if anyone actually wants him. 3.4 million. I mean, it's going to be a loss on him, but the man's nearly 30 years old, so fair enough. We'll bring him on for a goodbye. If he can get a goal as a goodbye, that would be amazing, but we're not going to ask for too much. Fernandez. Oh, plays it into Girotti. Finish it. Oh, man, he skied it. And that is why, folks, I brought in Danilo. Sammy with the free kick going forward, and oh my god. What a free kick. That's our left back doing that. Fatih Sari with his first goal for the club, and it is a peach of a free kick. Oh, the keeper wasn't getting anywhere near that. Bounces in off the bar. Oh my god, some of these young players are disgustingly good. I tell you what, we're going to make a couple more substitutions. Infantino's knackered. Ferreira's going to come on. Sam Curtis is subject to a transfer bid as well, so maybe a goodbye from him. Varchetta is going to go off for debutant in Bertaccini. I think we've got one more stoppage this time, so we can save that final substitution for a little bit later on. That's absolutely fine. I know people will probably say, oh, you're playing St Etienne, they've only just been promoted. Hey, listen, you only beat what's in front of you. Bertaccini with the free kick here, plays it deep into the box, but Bishabu couldn't quite get his head onto it. Sarri. I wonder if Sarri has a long shot on him. Openda. You know, left back doesn't need a long shot on him. There is Girotti! Just saved. That was a good shot, but it was offside. Girotti yet to bag a goal this season. It's okay. Not a problem. We've got one more substitute. Let's just give Stingle a little bit of time. He needs some more minutes as well. He's just turned 20 years old. I want him to have some more game time. There's no point ruining some of these players as much as we can. In fact, actually, let's just bring that trigger the press down a little bit more. Like I said, no need to destroy some of these players' fitness. Vega. Fernandez actually should have come off. I completely forgot to take him off for Sally. Openda. Into Ferreira, and it is blasted way over. Hopefully that will be the final highlight of the game. And that is a very, very pleasing result. 6-0, and Danilo. Danilo. More of this, please. More of this. More of this. Not going to get 4 goals every single game for Danilo, but the man just ruined St Etienne. And if that is a sign of things to come for him, he's in for a very bright future, and hopefully we'll be in for a very bright season. Fantastic stuff. Danilo in top form. 10 out of 10, of course. Amazing. Told you he was quick. 17 acceleration, 14 pace. Oh yeah. More of this, please. More of this. And we will be back for the next episode, which will be a League and Champions League match. We haven't had the League phase draw, so no idea who we've got yet. And we'll see if we can keep up this good start to the season. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure that you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss the start to our European campaign. And hopefully we'll see some more wonderful goals, especially from our new young striker. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for your support on the series so far. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.